life. How can we escape regret? Regret can be a thing that can haunt us, if we don't try to get rid of it as fast as possible. Regret can be a thing or a goal that we refuse to go after. That's something that we refuse to go after ruthlessly, that we think that is not in that tanto. If I don't get this, I can find another way out. But we should try to avoid regret as possible as we can. If the thing that we are trying to go after is a thing that worth going after, we should go after it first. We should try to escape every regret. Escape every regret, because this can come back and haunt us. Like when you want to go after a goal in your life, according to my experience, I learned to go after them. Go after those things that you think that you need in your life, so that at the end of the day, you won't have any regret. You won't have anything to bother yourself about. That I wish I have done this before. I wish I have done that before. Maybe I would have a chance to be in this certain position, in this certain place, or with this certain person. Just like a young man or a young lady wanting to talk with that beautiful natural made person. The person that want to talk to the person, if the person keep looking at the person that let me just postpone it, let me postpone it, I will have a chance before the day runs out or before the year runs out. Like this, we may live to regret it if we are like that. If we tend to put important things that we need in our life to another time. If we try to postpone things that we need urgently in our life, if we postpone it, we can regret it. Like if the person that we love and another person outside here is also in love with the person, and the other person, the third person, wants the person also. If we are so slow, if we are the postponing type of person, they want to postpone everything, that maybe I will have a chance next year, I will have a chance next month, we can live to regret it. We can miss this person, this important person that want to go after. Because I don't think that anything that we need, we shouldn't go before them fast as possible. I think we should go after them first. Go after what we need in our life first, before we think about the things that we can do in a far time to come. How to escape regret? We can escape regret by following our heart. When we follow our heart, we know that we will have rest of mind. Like if we want to fulfill a certain competition or a certain kind of work that we're doing, if we steadfast ourselves in doing this thing fast as possible as we can quickly have our rest of mind. We can go and rest, then try to go for another goal, another important goal that we need in our life. So at the end of the day, we won't live to regret it. That I wish I've done this thing, I should have been resting by now. Why haven't I done this thing? Why haven't I finished this my homework that I'm trying to do? This important project that I want to do. If we do everything fast as possible as we can, we will see that we have more time for ourselves to do more, to have more plan, to plan more goals, to plan more projects that we need in our life. Just for example now, the engineers that were seen outside there, them too, most of them don't have many things to regret because they know that they have done all what came to their mind. When the thing came to their mind, it's not that they postpone it, because when they postpone it, they might forget all these things that we are seeing in our various environment today. So let's bring this back to us. We too, if we forget or we try to postpone the thing that will come into our mind, if we didn't put these things that we are getting through our mind, the message that our mind is giving us, the message that the universe is sending to us, that we should do this thing, we should do that thing now. If we tend to postpone these messages, we will see that we might even forget them. We can forget things like that. We can just forget it. Then later on we can have another message again. But if we are being so lazy again, if we don't go after those things that is coming to our mind, we can even forget it again the second time. So we should always do everything that comes to our mind, so that we know that, okay, I've done this now, I can move forward. I can move forward with my life. How to escape regret in our lives. Regret can bring many things that we don't need, like anxiety. It can bring anxiety. It can make us feel bad of ourselves, because if the things that we regret are still coming to our mind, because these things are the things that came to our mind that we refuse to go after, it can bring anxiety. So we should always try to think positive and think more abundant as possible as we can. We should have that abundant mindset. According to my own experience, I remember that I learned to have, and I cope with having that abundant mindset as a foreigner again. Even though I'm not having this thing, I will have the mindset that, okay, there are many outside there. There are many things. There are many other competition coming for me, that I will know that this time around I won't fuck up. I won't put myself down. So as a foreigner, I noticed and I had the experience, and now I can know how to think more abundantly as possible as I can. You guys too should also have that abundant mindset, because this will not make us to be so cheap in the face of the public. So like that, we won't be cheap in people's faces. We know that there are many opportunities out there for us, so we won't beat ourselves down. Also, this will also make us to to feel comfortable with ourselves, and it will not make us to feel bad again of ourselves, because having regret is a very bad thing. It is a thing that can haunt us, as I have said in the beginning. So we should always crave to want to do what comes to our mind fast as possible as we can. If not, we can live to regret it. As for me as a foreigner, there are many things that I regretted, and I wish I can actually quickly find the solution when I first came. But later on, as time goes, I find out that me not bringing the past things into this present, into the present situation, I found out that like that the regrets start living their way, living their tray behind me. Having regret when you first meet yourself in a new country as a foreigner, you will find out that no many friends around you. You won't have many friends like that, because it's normal like that. When you are in a new country, you know that you won't have many friends when you first reach there. But after a while, many people, you start knowing many people. So if you're having some regrets, don't give up. Don't give up at all, because don't give up, and don't beat yourself off. Don't beat yourself up about the few regrets that you're having. Just have that abundant mindset of that alpha male and the alpha woman that you are. All of us, we are all leaders in our various part of way and life that we are living. If we are not a leader of our own, we can't say we want to wake up in the morning, go after that thing that we want outside here. So we are all leaders in different level as we are. So my main message about this issue about regret is that we should always have that big man, that big woman mindset, that no matter what have happened, I will be okay. We will be okay at the end of the day, guys. We are living the good life. We'll talk later. Peace. The good life.